Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome in, sim racing fans, to the Midwest Elite Racing Cup Series. Tonight we race under the lights live from the virtual Chicagoland Speedway for it promises to be an action-packed night of racing. My name is Sean Stam. Welcome in here to Stam Studio Network. I appreciate each and every single one of you joining in, not only live in the broadcast chat, but as well as live here if you just happen to be a race fan or even if you're a driver here tonight. Make sure you have yourself a drink, you have yourself a snack, as you're not going to want to leave your seats at all here tonight as we take a real quick look at the point standings before we cut live to virtual track side. Kevin Winker, Justin Melichar, Robert Blair after an immaculate start to the season out there at Daytona. Well, these points right now are pretty much where these drivers finished at Daytona as Neil Lapidus, Stoney Benfield, Jeff Scripture, Timothy Blackenblecker, Robert McDonald, Ricardo Cano. Ricardo, welcome in back here. I see you racing here with us once again here tonight. Elijah Fisher, Frank Ranger Jr., Corey Wright, Christopher Clore, rounding out those front runners within the point standings. Well, welcome in everybody once again. Stam Studio Network, and before we get this race broadcast started here, something a little bit more down and more personal to me. I know that I may have said some things that have offended some racing drivers or some racing fans there just last time at Daytona. Real quick, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. And if something did come across the wrong way, well, I can promise you, well, at least it won't happen again, but I'm going to continue to commentate the way I see things and to broadcast the way I see it being as well. So appreciate every single one of you joining in, as well as hopefully accepting the little apology that I had there for you. As Christopher Clore is going to slap it on the pole here tonight. Driver 21 had the pace, had the speed there in qualifying. He's going to slap it up there up on the pole. 30.240. Caleb Steimer out of Overdrive Motorsports is going to slap it there for P2. Tim out there for P3. Langley Lapidus Racing, he'll put it P3. Justin Melichar, Kevin Winker, Stoney Benfield, James Suggs, Jay Trockey, Ricardo Cano, Bobby Blair rounding out the top 10. Drivers, I love each and every single one of you. Let me know if I am butchering a first or last name, and I'll be sure to fix it faster than you can say Chicagoland Speedway. Elijah Fisher will start P11 here tonight. Chase Lewis in the P12 spot. Jordan Glidewell, Neil Lapidus, one of the league owners here tonight. Neil, appreciate you each and every single week of racing action that's coming up here for Midwest Elite Racing. You and Bat both appreciate each and every single thing that you do down there for us behind the scenes. Kyle Rickles will start P15, Jetson Case, Michael Wright, Corey Wright, Sean Abel, Matthew Kleckler, Matt Langley, Rob Wilhote, he was fast in practice, he starts back there in P22, Robert McDonald, Tyler Price running on P24. 29 driver field here tonight is Frank Ranger Jr., Tony Steele, TJ Zachary, Nathan Warner, and Craig Schmidt round out our 29, count them, 29 driver field here tonight. Let me know if audio levels are audio, and because we've waited a week for it, this Midwest Elite Racing Series These ARCA cars are backing up through the gears. Here we go, back into turn number 1. It'll be Caleb Steimer up there. He's going to try and dive it down the inside. Here comes Justin Melichar. He's going to look up top here. Side-by-side breakaway for the race lead earlier on from Chicagoland Speedway. The progressive banking, the worn asphalt is why Chicagoland is one of my favorite tracks within the universe of the iRacing simulations. We're going to look 2, 3, count them, 4 wide here at the exit of 4. This is one lap, 1 out of 90. We're starting to beat, we're starting to bang. Here comes Tim Blackenlecker. He's got Robbie Blair on his rear bumper. None other than Ricardo early on is starting to join this battle as well. Drivers starting to look to single file things out earlier on as we'll hop on board with Ricardo. This is going to be fun driver to watch here tonight. He started P9, continued to work P9 as he has Bobby Blair, Also Tim. Tim's going to get loose as a caboose. He's going to run the outside line there. Tim, oh, hang on to her, Tim. He's not going to drop only 1 spot. Tim, after having the immaculate qualifying effort, Tim will drop back to P6. Here we go between Stoney Binfield, Corey Wright as well. This is battle mid-pack. The hurricane is brewing earlier on this race. Also, battle for the race lead starts to heat up as well as Justin Melichar. He's found that outside line. He's found the speed. He's found the grip. He's found the momentum. But not for long because here comes Caleb Steimer. Continuing to run right where he started. Kevin Winker, after gaining 2 spots since the drop of the green flag, he's starting to draw a bead on this race lead. Don't count out James Suggs as well as Chase Lewis as well. Chase has already gained 7 spots. I'm right there with you, Scott. Welcome in here live to YouTube land. We got Scott, Moonlight Dancer, Rick Steimer, Shauna as well. Kyle, welcome in here live, Stam Studio Network, as we're starting to beat, we're starting to bang for the race lead. Oh, they were trading some paint. Luckily, these drivers keeping their foot in it here. Look at the racecraft. Look at the momentum that they're able to keep even after a little contact there coming out of 2. Lap 5 already down. They're blinking you having some fun here. James Suggs, how about the blue oval driver, the 20 machine here tonight. James already up to P3. Here comes Kevin Winker, Chase Lewis, Bobby Blair starting to join the battle as well. 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, contact there with, that'll be James Suggs as well as Jay. Oh boy, hang on to it, beating and banging on the backstretch. 29 driver fields here tonight. So far, we're keeping things clean, green, and mean. James Suggs continuing to have a nice run to this race start. Really a blanket he could throw right now over 1st through 7th. Here comes Ricardo trying to join the battle as well, and that's a Ford Mustang driver, number 25. He's hanging on to this final battle for that top breakaway spot, the breakaway pack. But here comes Elijah Fisher, Corey Wright, Stoney Binfield, Neil Lapidus. Also, Rob is in this battle as well for 10th on back. All of these drivers putting on a show here for the fans tonight. Let me know once again if audio levels are audioing it out here tonight. 2 and 3 wide back into turn 1. Cameraman, look out! Get out the way! No, no, no! Oh, that's one of my favorite camera shots here is now we start to look into the eye of the storm. Here we're starting to see these drivers stalking, creeping out the dungeon. We're going to see 2 and 3 wide here, about 13th, 14th, 15th. Matthew Kleckler, he's starting to join this battle as well. This progressive banking, it puts on a show here for the race fans. This will finally be back at Chicagoland Speedway in real life next season there. Oh, the 77, he's going to get turned. Matthew Kleckler, call it the Sean and Tater curse. He is down, out, and around earlier on in this race. Looks like Kyle Ricketts, he's involved. Craig Schmidt also headed in there. Mach 2, not able to get that Chevrolet SS slowed and woed back down. Craig Schmidt involved. Kyle Ricketts involved. Heavier damage for Schmidt. Oh boy, we got some crab walking here down on the back straightaway. Matthew Kleckler there out of Childersburg, Alabama. He's going to have to make the slow crawl back to pit lane here. I believe that is the Thrustmaster logo. As we bring that up, we appreciate all the sponsors and affiliates who bring this broadcasting possible up there in at the top right of your screen. We will we'll take a look here, see what happens. Okay, apologies, this is taking me just a second to get all this worked out here, making sure this replay is going to replay it at the best of its abilities. Craig Schmidt here, that's the driver who's going to run the top of your screen. Here comes, I think that's the, that's the 17 who gets a little bit tight there, and oh, well, this wreck has happened up in front of them. I apologies for that. The 77 and 07 down, out and around, and remember, we kind of caught it live. I think Christopher Clore was also involved there as well. Okay, here's a better look at it. Yep, Christopher, not sure if the spotter called him clear or not. Excuse me, that was the 77. Then Christopher was down on the inside. He's got the 13 right there behind him. Looks like Robert McDonald able to make it through this wreck. No harm, no foul. Here's a look at race speed. Just a beat and a bang gone wrong there. Oh, man. The 09 of Tyler Price. Excuse me, of Kyle Ricketts there. That was hard into that outside safer barrier. We're going to hop on board with Kyle this race replay and see what Kyle saw. Trying to make that middle seam work, which is definite. I like the seam work here. As excuse me, that was on board with Jensen Case. We'll have to take one more look at it here. Here's the 09, Kyle Ricketts. Look at how close this guy. Oh, he got tagged. It's surprising. Yeah, Kyle Ricketts. He doesn't believe his damage is too bad, so he's going to stay out after this wreck here. We hop on board with our race leader, Caleb Steimer, after our first caution here tonight. That was a lot of fun racing. That even what was that? The first just 5-10 laps of the race here. Hopefully the race fans down there live in YouTube land can see why Chicagoland is one of my favorite tracks. Let's see who we got popping off here in the old YouTube chat. Scott saying, let's go Fisher. We got the old Fisher fan out here tonight. Elijah Fisher continuing to run, well, right now after his pit stop, the 24 Pepsi Chevrolet SS. Is going to find his way restarting this race in the 23rd position for the admin box, number 24. I'd be asking why are these drivers, or why are the cars so quiet as they make their way down and across the cameramen there and the microphones. All of these drivers, especially as we hopped on board with Caleb, I noticed he was dumping the clutch. They're just trying to get a little bit longer fuel run here, as we're going to, if we do get a green flag pit stop here tonight, that will be a run for the money. That'll definitely be something to keep an eye on here tonight, as right now the front 12 staying out on the field. Caleb Steimer's going to take him out here to the green flag. We'll work our way up and through the gears here into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, we're going to head 3 wide there. That'll be between Tyler Price. Looks like Tony Steele's right there with him. Oh, don't look now, but Justin Mellichar's also in this hurricane, this storm that's brewing here on the back straightaway. Employee down here rooting on the 77, having a nice run here tonight. Matthew, as he's going to try to get a wave around here if there is a next caution here. We're going to look 2, and we're going to look 3 wide back here into turn number 1. That's the number 8, TJ Zachary. He's climbing up the hill. Don't look now. There's Jensen, as well as James Suggs. Tony Steele trying to join this battle as well. Gordon Glidewell also back here. Goodness, a blanket over 10th through 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Keep on counting them. Here we go as we're on board with Gordon Glidewell here. Does he make the bottom of the track work, or does he make the speed? Does he make the momentum work here on the outside line? Looks like he does. He's going to opt for it here. Oh, we're going to look 3 wide. I didn't get the back straightaway there. Remember, Kyle Ricketts, he was already involved once. Oh, he's going to tag the 8. TJ Zachary goes around. Oh, no. Robert McDonald hard into the rear end there. Second caution here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway. You blink and you miss it. Yeah, time flies when you are having fun, and unfortunately, second caution will fly out here tonight. We were making some pretty good time here. Looks like Robert McDonald, Matthew Kleckler is not involved, but I believe TJ Zachary was as well. Here's a look at this race replay brought to you by Stam Studio Network. Okay, well. That's a little bit late to it. Apologies, that is on me. Here is a better look at it. Love when the old SDK likes to treat me. Oh no, just not quite clear. And we'll have to take possibly a drone camera shot here at that one, because I'm not sure if Kyle came down or if TJ came up and drifted down to the entrance on 3, and then, man, there you see it, Mach 2, nowhere for the 13 to go there. That is Robert McDonald hard into the rear end of the number 8. Here's a better look at it here, especially at race speed. 13 dives it down there. Oh, goodness. Well, that shows you how fast things can happen here, because, oops, I clicked on the wrong driver there. Here comes another replay here. As we take the drone camera shot once again back here. Bring up the dump truck, the forklift button here, because beep it up, back it up here. That was 3 wide. You got the 93 up there. Starts to come down a little bit, possibly a little chain reaction there. TJ Zachary comes down the front nose of Kyle Ricketts, but thankfully so. I mean, with the racecraft of the 09, Kyle, even with that little bit of a nudge there, Kyle lives to fight another day. All right, as for some reason, this has happened last race as well. This is I've refreshed the old trading paints here, and maybe this is just the paint scheme that Chase Lewis wants to run. But for this Midwest Elite Racing Series driver, man, Chase Lewis, he had an immaculate run there a week ago at Daytona until the old big one started to happen. Speaking of Daytona, here in just one moment's time. Remember, just a week ago, Kevin Winker actually came away with the race win. Justin Melachar and Bobby Blair, the front 3 runners, Neil Lapidus finishing 4th. Stoney Binfield, right now, I mean, it's completely different racing between super speedway as well as mile and a half. And once again, if you're just now joining us, I apologize if anything that I said came across sort of the wrong end, sort of the last broadcast there. And to any of the racers or race fans, I will keep things going the right way here, as we will get the green flag this time for the Midwest Elite Racing Series. These drivers continuing to put on a show for the race fans here tonight. We have Moonlight Dancer, Scott Canton, Terry as well, Chloe joining us, as well as Shauna. Shauna saying, let's go 42, rooting on that Winker machine. Here we go. We're going to get the green flag this time and I'm going to do something special for you. Go ahead and enjoy the sights and sounds of this race restart here, live from Chicagoland Speedway. Let's slowly crank this puppy back down because unfortunately under caution for the third time tonight here at Chicagoland Speedway. I believe James Suggs was involved, but I'm not really, I see a little bit of, I think that was right rear damage there for the number 20 blue oval driver. We'll take a look at the Stam Studio Network replay here and see what happens. That's the 29 down the inside. Oh man, 20 gets tagged by the inside. Around, James Suggs will go. Where he'll stop, nobody knows. Thankfully, it is before that inside safer barrier. So looks like that's probably only 20 to 30 seconds worth of damage here, and it only comes from the contact. Here's another look at this race replay. Yep, 20's running the outside line. Here comes 29. I believe that's Sean Abel. Sean just not quite clear enough there as we're continuing to run up and through the gears after the race restart. James Suggs involved so far. Only drivers to pit this caution looks to be Bobby Blair, which I find a little interesting. I love the call because not only does Bobby Blair here also have, he's full up there on Sunoco race fuel, but as well as if Bobby did take a newer set of general tires here tonight, Bobby could possibly be a driver to keep an eye on. Bobby there, driver out of Sussex, New Jersey. He's running just the old black Toyota Camry paint scheme here tonight as we get a little bit of a blink out there. No harm, no foul as we'll work our way back up to the race lead here under caution. Chase Lewis continues to lead in that mystery machine, we'll call it. I've tried updating old trading paints. I'm not sure what's going on with Chase Lewis's paint here. Caleb Steimer, remember Caleb, he was having that immaculate run at Daytona excuse me. Yeah, that was Daytona just a week ago. Caleb, he continues to sit P2 here. Neil, after finishing fourth from the World Center of Racing, he's running P4 right now. Keep your eye on the 26 Ford Mustang Blue Oval. Kevin Winker, he'll start P5 on this race restart. Jensen Casey, Justin Melichar, Ricardo. How about Ricardo? Appreciate you. Gracias, Ricardo, for joining in here once again. Ricardo, okay, this is special here. Driver 25, he hit me up before MER started here on Instagram. He found the Stam Studio Network broadcasting Instagram just through the algorithm, I guess. And well, Ricardo, this is pretty special because he's out of Buenos Aires. He's let us know that sure his English may not be up to where he wants it to be, but I've raced with him. I've turned some laps with Ricardo side by side. Ricardo, such a great guy here, and just shouting him out. He's continuing to put some real nice pace, some real nice lap times, as well as some real nice racecraft here within the MER ARCA series. Shout out, Ricardo. Keep up your hard work here there behind the scenes. That's a lot of fun to watch you here. Continue to slice and dice your way up through the race pack as we will get the green flag this time again. Chase Lewis, Caleb Steimer is going to lead us down into turn one. Don't look now, but Jay Trockey, Neil Lapidus, Jetson, and Kevin are lurking in the distance. Green flag is out from Chicagoland Speedway. 3 wide here into turn one. Once again, remember Justin Melichar, he was fast. He was leading laps earlier on in this race. Looks like we'll settle things back down to 2 wide. Matter of fact, single file back down the straightaway here. Caleb Steimer, Jay, here comes Neil. Neil's gonna make the outside line work once again. The flames shooting out the exhaust pipes of these ARCA Menards racing machines here. That's letting you know when the driver is getting off the gas as well as how hard. You see the flames shoot out the end of those exhaust pipes. That's how you know that they are begging for mercy here for grip as well as power, trying to make everything work here for them in these ARCA racing machines. We're going to settle things back down to 2 back here for 6th and 7th. Kevin Winker, Jensen Casey, Christopher Clore starting to join the battle as well. Battle for the race lead starting to heat up here is the number 26. That's Neil Lapidus scraping the outside wall. No harm, no foul there. We'll continue to slap things back here side by side coming up here. Not only for the race lead, but second, but third, but fourth. Keep counting them on back. side by side through the pack here. Chicagoland Speedway. This is why you subscribe here, Stam Studio Network. This is why you tune in here to the Midwest Elite Racing Series. You can't get much better than it. Jay Trockey, he's going to lose quite a few spots here. Here comes the 21, Christopher Clore, after a little bit of front damage there earlier on in the race. He's going to try the inside line here, as well as Justin Melachar. He's going to drop down there, late apex there into turns 1 and 2. He's going to try to find the speed, try to find the momentum as one of the league owners, Neil Lapidus, up to P2. That mystery machine gray, mysterious gray. We don't know his sponsor. We don't know his car number. In all seriousness, Chase Lewis continuing to put the speed down. He's continuing to put the pace down. Oh, that may have been a little pancake. What is Dale Jr. saying? That's an IHOP ad. Pancakes! Man, oh man, looks like Chase could have pancaked that outside wall there. Justin Melachar, Christopher Clore, here, oh, another pancake down the outside wall there. Looks like it could have been Caleb Steimer. Caleb continuing to fall after running up in the front three. Oh no, don't tell me the 18 has some aerodynamic damage. It doesn't look like it here. He's going to live to fight another day. Looks like Justin Melachar loses at least a spot or two after that race restart. Here we go. Battles continuing to ensue all over the racetrack. There's Kyle Ricketts. He's continuing to run. Oh, up and through the racetrack. There goes Elijah Fisher. Don't look now, but here comes Tyler Price. Sean Abel starting to join this battle as well. With a 29 driver field here tonight. It's like, what do you watch? We have battles all over the racetrack. Drivers continuing to run nose to tail, side by side. This time it's Tyler Price. He's looking for the clean air around that outside line. There you see the RCC, number 17, Frank Ranger Jr. He's had a nice run so far. He's going to fall down the inside line as here comes the 13. That's Robert McDonald. 13. Robert McDonald, he is down one lap so far in this race. So is Michael Wright and Bobby Blair. These drivers all continuing to fight it out here tonight, as you never know when a caution will be thrown. 31 laps down out of 90 here from Chicagoland Speedway, continuing to get in some side-by-side, continuing to run nose to tail. Here comes some argy-bargy between Jensen as well as Kevin. This is driver 75 and 42. So, boy, 75, he's going to try to make the outside line work there. That is Jensen. Oh, you better look out. And here comes Caleb Steimer. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Caleb's new nickname tonight is Cotton Eye Joe. We'll hop on board from here. Welcome in Misty to the old live YouTube chat. Welcome in Moonlight Dancer, continuing to join us for quite a few Stam Studio Network broadcasts here. I appreciate every single one of you joining in live, as well as if you watch the replay. But I'm looking at the live chats here in the horizontal broadcast. If you've joined us on the vertical broadcast, you can mosey your way on over down here. That is for social media as well as YouTube Shorts. Oh boy, that got close there. This is battling for third, fourth, and fifth, as Neil Lapidus will fall back to P4. Justin Melachar up to second position, that purple people leader machine. Also, real quick, there's a little gear icon you can press either in the top right or bottom right of your screen. Oh no, make sure you're up at 1440p, as that was the 42. Oh, cameraman, hang on to her. Cameraman's razzing it out here. Oh, the big one, holy guacatoolies. No, Kevin, no. That all started with contact with the 42. Frank Ranger Jr. involved. Is Nathan Warner involved as well? I believe that's the 09. Tim Blackenblecker. Scott Canton saying, what? I'm right there with you, Scott. You blink and you miss it. Our cameraman, excuse me, that was me. I'm producing, directing, commentating, doing everything here tonight behind the scenes. Well, I tried to catch it there. We saw it start to ensue, and then, well, out of nowhere, Kevin, next thing we see, he is up in a turtle. Now he is crab walking it here, just trying to make it down into pit lane. Goodness gracious here. Look out! If you're newer here, you might be asking, why is he doing that? This is not on purpose. You can't control this car here after, well, there's not only no suspension working for you here, probably got a tire or two knocked off of it as well. I'm showing meatball flags for Kevin Winker, as well as, I think that's, oh, not the 46, Jay Tronky also involved. Here's a look at the race replay here, I do believe. Hang on to her here. Oh, God, that was at full speed there, and then you see the contact just continuing to ensue. We're going to have to beep, beep, back this puppy up. Okay, take another look at it here. This is what we saw sort of live here. That's the 26 and the 42. That's Kevin Winker. He's up top. There's the 26. He drifts up a little bit out of the exit of turn 1.5, coming to 2 there. Ends up tagging the 42. And then, well, oh, good. This is going to be a big incident here. Just nowhere for these drivers to go at the speeds they're running. Oh, my goodness gracious. A 360, a 720, a 1080 for the 420, as even more drivers continue to be involved. We'll hop on board with Kevin here and just listen to this. Kevin, you still with us, man? Are your wrists okay? Are you alive? We need to know ASAP. Speaking of need to know alive ASAP, we can check on we can check. Who do we still have with us here? Oh, that is Justin. He's up there in the top right. Corey right there, bottom driver camera, as well as Caleb Steimer here. Appreciate all the drivers letting us sort of hop on board, not only the virtual, but as well as the live driver camera shots so far out of these 3. Let's see here. I believe, if I am mistaken, out of our live driver cameras here, Caleb Steimer continues to lead the other 2. Justin Melichar, he's got his fan there in the background of him. I don't blame him. That's something I try to convey here to possibly some race fans that haven't got here behind the wheel of the sim. Not only is this simulating track temperatures, track conditions, aero, you name it. I would go on for a year trying to name it all, but as well as the physical and mental sort of strain that it puts on you, even as a driver. 90 laps here. We're only 37 down, and I'm even up here in the booth sweating up a storm. We're side by side. We're going to take the Geico green flag this time by once again. Christopher Clore is going to lead him down there to turn 1. Oh, we're going around again. I believe the caution is out. Who is involved? Oh, don't tell me it's Ricardo. Oh, the 25. No, Ricardo, no. We'll have to see what the cause of it's here. As, man, apologies there. That was kind of on my end, the director and producer. I completely missed that wreck. I apologize. Here we go. We're going to take a look here and hop on board with Ricardo. Oh, that is already too late as Ricardo starts... Oh, just finds himself into the infield there already. We're going to have to back this puppy up. Oh, this was a checkup on the restart, and, well, we are going to have to bring up the forklift here because look at, first of all, not only the checkup on this restart, but look at the net code here out of the rear end. Okay, yes, here's the immaculate checkup. Ricardo gets on the brakes. Look at the 69 right here, though. There's no contact, but you gotta love iRacing. iRacing is going to say that there was contact there. It's going to send Ricardo around. That is neither fault of neither Ricardo or the 69 there. You can pin that on. As oh, there Ricardo, oh, barely misses the 55. Looks like Elijah Fisher also gets involved. We're going to regroup and rearm there, as looks like all of these drivers other than Ricardo, Rob, Elijah, as well as, oh, no, did Neil make it through? Let's hop on board with one of the league owners here, Neil Lapidus. And that's what I mean. Look at the checkup, first of all. Excuse me, that was Tyler Rice who we were on board with there. Now we're on board with Eliza Fisher. Let's try this one more time, and we'll play this at speed because it's really hard to try and convey just the checkups there and how quick they happen. Here's on board with Neil. Well, I think it was better on the sort of the last onboard that we were on there. I think that was with Eliza Fisher, who there's really, as you right as you floor these, I mean, 700, 800 horsepower plus machines. I believe in the ARCA, it's, what are we working, 850? Let me know if you know down there in the old YouTube land below. It's hard to get these things slowed and mowed down. These are 4,000-pound stock cars. Things will happen quick. They're up in front of you, and we'll be under caution here once again. Right now, though, we have a little bit of pit strategies here. Chase Lewis as well as Caleb Steimer right now last pitting on lap 35, as well as James Suggs. Let's check down there live in the old YouTube chat. Still showing 33 live consecutive viewers. Terry is with us. Carrie is with us. So is Moonlight Dancer. Corey saying Kleckler in 5th. Hell yeah, keep it up. Got, let's see, Carrie saying, I was on Instagram and realized there was a race on. Guess I missed a good wreck. Hey, Carrie, no harm, no foul there. Appreciate you joining in with us, spending your Sunday night here on STAM Studio Network. If you're just now joining us, I appreciate every single one of you. Subscriber number 1 is just as important as subscriber number 840, I believe we're working with here, as we continue to work our way upward to 1,000 subscribers on STAM Studio Network. You can do me a favor. Go ahead and tell your neighbor, tell your grandma, tell your doggy there. Create an account for your doggy if you have to. Let's get the old SSN here up to the old 1,000 subs. You might be asking, what's in it for you? There is something in it for you. We are doing a tremendous merch giveaway there at the 1,000 subscriber mark, showing my appreciation for each and every single one of you. And once again, apologies if anything I said there the last broadcast came across the wrong way. We're going to get back to some green flag racing here. Christopher Clora, Stoney Binfield, Tony Steele, Craig Schmidt, Matthew Kleckler. How about it, Matthew? Still up here in the top 5. Up here for the Geico restart zone once again. Barney, wave it loud and proud. Green flag is out here once again. Up through the gears we head into turn 1. Here comes Stoney Binfield. Both of these drivers on the same about pit stop strategy here. But here comes TJ Zachary after pitting on lap 16. Right now the driver on the newest tires. Remember, Matthew Kleckler, he was involved earlier on in a race. There you see Chase Lewis, the mystery machine right there behind him, the all-gray Toyota Camry. Drivers starting to fight their way up through the pack here. The number 8 gets a little loose coming out of number 4. Matthew Kleckler, after getting the damage repaired in that number 77, he's working his way up to the P5 spot here, tries to slice and dice it down the inside. He's gonna get loose. Oh no, there Matthew, he's gonna run up top there, 3 wide out of the back straightaway, coming into turn 3 and 4 this time. Don't look now, but here comes that number 84, the purple people leader machine, Justin Melachar, up to P8. Kleckler joining this battle as well, this 3-wide battle, you could call it here. I hope you got the drinks, hope you got the snacks out here, as well as I bet you Craig Schmidt does here, because he was looking at that battle of 2 and 3 wide in front. He had 3 wide in his rear view mirror as well. Here comes James Suggs trying to join this battle. Don't look now. Gordon Glidewell after lose. Oh no, the big one. Famous last words there. Oh no, the big one. Oh, get your IHOP pancakes out here tonight as we will work with that Dale Jr. IHOP sponsorship here, or try to get it going. Oh, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count them, different drivers involved here. We'll take a look at the STAM Studio Network replay. Who does this ensue with here? I believe it. Nope, this is already up in front here of Jay as he tries to miss it. Jay's going to make old groundskeeper Willie. Oh, he's going to make groundskeeper Willie happy here as he just puts 4 tires off and gets it right back on the racing surface there. He won't go through the infield paint, but I think that all ensued with, I think it was that. Don't call it the Sean and Tater curse here. Hopefully not. But I was just saying how how good of a night Justin was having. That Purple People Eater machine. I think he is involved here. Oh man, this is late. Okay, we're gonna have to bring out the old forklift truck. Apologies here, boys and girls. Okay. I always hate to do that because it's just not, well, okay, we'll get back to it here into turns 2 and 3. What happens? Because right now, Justin looks like he's going to continue to try to run the outside. Oh, no, that might be Craig there, contact with the 75 on the inside, and that may have shot, oh no, the 75 gets arrow loose, and then he tries to correct it, that ALP machine, trying to correct it's just going to shoot him out into the outside after a little contact with Craig, and then that's going to be, that's Justin Melachar, then there's Craig involved with it as well. 75 hard contact. Does Kyle Ricketts make it through? Kyle Ricketts will make it through. Well done there, Kyle. Nice evasive action there, as well as Jay Truckee. Jay's going to make it through, as well as Michael Wrights. He's going to make it through as well. So we're going to take a quick break here on STAM Studio Network. Appreciate every single one of you once again here joining us live. We'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Welcome back live here, Sean Stam on STAM Studio Network, where we are scrunched and bunched, double filed up here through the field. We're going to get some more green flag racing action happening here. I bring up my notes here. Sorry, my phone turned off. There we go. Kevin Winker, Remember, Kevin, just a week ago, they're from the high banks of the World Center of Racing at Daytona Speedway there. Kevin, he finished with the lead. I'm trying to find it. Oh, Kevin Winker's out of the race. Excuse me, he's not out of the race. He's still on the track, but shown 1 to 2 laps down. Justin Melachar, he's continuing to have a really nice run here tonight, but with completely different tracks, going from super speedway racing to intermediate track racing here. These front runners up here within the points, I think we could possibly see a really big change up here, especially as we go green flag racing here once again from if not one of my most favorite tracks here in iRacing universe. 3 wide up here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That is Chase Lewis, Chase is the name. Chase is chasing this 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot as he's going to fly some sparks out of his rear end machine. Oh, what a slide job there out of Christopher. I believe that was, as well as Gordon Glidewell. He's starting to join this battle as well. Side by side here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, as well as throughout the whole race pack here. We still have quite a few drivers. Matter of fact, only 23rd on back, showing 1 or more laps down. 40 laps left to go in this race. Will we see a green flag run to the end? Will we possibly see some tire strategy start to play a name of the game? Here comes Stoney Benfield. He's going to try to make the, oh, we got one around up there as well. That's going to be Christopher Clore, the 21 Menards machine. He was just in the lead. What happened? No, Christopher, no. Driver there out of Brownsburg, Indiana. You hate it for driver 21 as he showed the speed, he showed the racecraft, he showed the pace here earlier on. We'll take a real quick STAM Studio Network replay as well as see who else was possibly involved here, because if this did indeed ensue here at the start, the front start of the pack, well, this could possibly be a big one. Let's see what happens here. Christopher Clore, there's Chase Lewis. Oh, here comes the number 5. I don't know if Christopher drifted up the. He was definitely drifting up there out of turn 4. Whether the spotter just not saying door quarter quite clear just yet for, I believe that was Rob, who was also involved there. Matter of fact, Rob finds his way down into pit lane. Here's another look at it here. I mean, 20. Christopher was holding his line, so I would definitely, I'm gonna put that, I'll jock that down as a racing incident there, as I'm definitely not, I'm not up here race control. I'm just trying to call things the way that I see them here. Here's one more look at it here at full speed. Oh, what a shot down the back straightaway. There to Chase Lewis, the mystery machine, just sends him deep into turn 1. I think Christopher didn't expect to carry that much speed in the entrance of 3, especially at the exit of 4, as he has wheel in it there. That's I think 2 drivers just trying to fight for the same sort of bit of real estate there. Oh, hang on to it. There we go. All right, only 39 left to go in this race. We see Sterry, we see Matt down there live in the old YouTube land saying, guys are, what does this say? Guys are driving there. I don't know. It's this progressive banking. I don't know. It's so hard because Chicagoland, it's a multi-groove racetrack, right? You have not only the bottom, you don't only have the second lane, not only the third, not only the fourth, but keep going. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. Up there above that seam, the top seam on the racetrack, you have really 5 different racing grooves to work with here tonight, and we have different skill ratings of 2,000 road course iRating, upwards of 3,000. Excuse me. Goodness gracious, that's oval. Goodness. 2,000 oval iRating, upwards of 3,000 oval iRating. So it's I don't think that these, you have to kind of, you put your elbows out on these race restarts. You continue to go nose to tail, side by side, and I think that these race restarts are your best opportunity to make a move, and that's why I think we start to see the saying cautions breed cautions. But that's not to discount these drivers' abilities or skills at any means here tonight. These drivers continue to put on a show here for the fans live at Stam Studio Network, and you got to shout them out. I mean, Caleb Steimer, he's worked his way back up to 5th. Excuse me, not up, back only up to 5th. After race restarting up to 5th, he's worked his way up to the race lead here. Gordon Glidewell, Chase Lewis, Tony Steele, Stoney Binfield, TJ Zachary, James Suggs, Craig Schmidt, as well as Tim Blackenblecker, Neil Lapidus rounding out the top 10. But I believe that iRacing safety car is dove into the safety of pit lane. I think the old race control's about had it here tonight. I'm having fun here, boys and girls, but single file race restart. Caleb Steimer's going to start to run away with it once again. Chase Lewis is going to start to size up the 83 here of Gordon Glidewell. Chase Lewis down the inside. He's going to have a nice run here, but will the speed, will the momentum start to pack it up here out of turn number 4? Remember that the high seam here on the racetrack, the progressive banking, the multi-groove racing, you have that option to work with. Doesn't look like it'll happen here for the battle for 2nd and 3rd, but Tony Steele, Stoney Binfield, as well as James Suggs, another Cotton Eye Joe. Where did he come from? Where did he go? James Suggs, Ford Mustang up to P6. TJ Zachary, Craig Schmidt, all starting to join this battle as well. Well. Neil Lapidus, after that last incident, driver 26, he'll fall back down to P10, but don't count out driver of this Ford Mustang. What is it on the quarter panel there? It's hard to tell when we're going 180 miles an hour past the cameraman there. Well, I'll tell you, Neil continues to find some real nice pace, some real nice rhythm. Speaking of some pace here, Matthew Kleckler, after working his way back up to P11 after finding himself out of the race earlier on. Well, he's right back up in the running. Here we go once again, side by side. This is Kyle Ricketts, Frank Ranger Jr. Oh, Frank's going to dive it down the inside. Oh, Tyler Price looking to join the battle as well. 3 wide behind Tyler Price heading into turn 1 and 2. That's where we do see the driver of the... Oh, what number is he? the 84, the purple people leader. Oh, you gotta feel bad for Justin. He is now shown down a lap, but he is continuing to fight it out here with every sort of means possible. Oh, that was a scrape out of the outside wall for Tyler Price up there. He's continuing to scrape with it. We'll look 4 wide across the start-finish line. 4 wide heading into turn 1. This might not work, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You have joined in on Sim Studio Network for some sim racing action here. You can't get much better than it here. This is why you might have to start to mark this down on your calendar here. The Midwest Elite Racing Series here in the ARCA cars here. We're continuing to see some beating, some banging, but it's all clean here throughout the whole pack. Caleb Steimer continues to lead. Here comes Chase Lewis, Gordon Glidewell, James Suggs is starting to join the battle as well. Don't look now, but that second Toyota Camry here throughout the pack. Tony Steele, driver 61, Tyler Reddick paint scheme. He's gonna dive it down there, start to look out the inside of turn number 3 and 4. Oh no, TJ, he's gonna get tight there out of turn 4. Drivers continuing to put on that show here into turn 1. All right, real quick, before we get to the nitty, before we get to the gritty here on Stam Studio Network, these last 30 laps within this race, I appreciate every single one of you, the drivers, the race fans, the league owners alike. Go ahead and enjoy the sights and sounds here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Okay, crank this puppy back down because we got to check on Sean Abel, who was just upside down turtling it there. What just happened? Call that the producer tater curse there. Driver out of Brooksville, Florida. He's going to get involved right when we're going to the old crank it up. Unfortunately, caution number 8 here tonight. Let's see what happened. Okay, this is that 13 as well as Justin Melichar here. Is this where the contact ensues? Oh, it is. The 13's going to tag the 84 there going into turn 1, I believe that was. And oh, man, the 13, Robert McDonald, he's going to shoot up the racetrack in Mach 2. That's why we saw Sean Abel as we cut back live on board with him there. He was turtling it down there out of turn 4, I believe that is. Oh, he continues to slide it down the... Oh, no, Sean, hang on to it right there, buddy. The safety crew will be with you here, just stat. And since this was during a crank it up here, go ahead and crank this up because this will be a sight and sound to listen on to here. There, we'll try this again. I thought that was okay. Here it is. Well, I'm sorry if I just deafened anybody. I'm trying to speak a little quiet in case you have your TV volume up there at Mach 2 here. Oh, Sean Abel will be involved. Unfortunately, now drivers 20th through 29th. I'm shown down and out of the race right now. All right, we should be coming to green next time by here. I'll go ahead and do the old checkup down there live in YouTube chat, see what's popping on there. Moonlight Dancer saying, let's go. We got Scott saying, props to you. Oh, props to you guys. Wish a lot more leagues did that. If you can't keep your behavior in check going single file. Well, okay, That's not only within the sim racing universe, Scott. That is, I mean, even live there at Cotton Bowl Speedway, live there just outside of Page, or just outside of Austin, Texas. If you guys and gals, race fans, are ever in here outside of Austin, go ahead and you can hit up Cotton Bowl Speedway for the best dirt track racing in the nation. I will say so myself. I do some live driver interviews out there, as well as the live drone coverage shot for the coverage live on Race On. And the reason I bring this up is not only is Mary Ann Nauman and H. Nauman just the best that can possibly be there, but I've, you know, being the old drone pilot out there, you have to have the race control in your ears, and we've heard it. I have heard it time and time again. He gets a little bit fed up here if drivers aren't, if they're not restarting the way they should be, or if they're not just getting back up to speed, or whatever it may be. But we have seen these restarts be called to single file, and it's by no fault of these racing drivers. Remember, each one of these drivers have worked their way up to where they are within their iRacing careers here. Lots of speed, lots of skill, as well as cleanliness driving. But man, you stack 28 of them here on a track, work our way up through the gears here once again. There's going to be cautions, and that's a-okay. I'm right here with it. We're going to continue to run side by side through the whole pack here, as well as 2 and 3 wide. I'm having fun up here in the booth. I hope each and every single one of you are as well. These racing drivers here, each and every single week between MER. It's only weeks due here, but continue to put on a show for the fans. Christopher Clore, after falling all the way back to 19th, he's continuing. How about him? He's going to continue to slice and dice his way through the race pack. 25 laps to go within the race. Caleb Steimer's going to slice and dice it up to the race lead, but look who's knocking on that rear bumper. It's the mystery machine of Chase Lewis. Don't look now, James Suggs, Tony Steele, Stoney Benfield, all starting to join the battle as well. James Suggs, how about it? James, he only started 7th place here tonight, but Tony Steele, driver of the 61 Tyler Reddick machine there out of Phoenix, Arizona. He is our biggest mover here tonight. Tony, 22 spots gained since the drop of the green flag. He's still looking for more. All of these drivers, these drivers' mental wounds not healing, going off the rails on the crazy train here tonight. Rest in peace, the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. In all seriousness though here, still side by side here for 4th, 5th, and 6th there. Tony Steele, Stoney Benfield, TJ Zachary. Hey, how about it? That's the 78 paint scheme I thought I saw that was. He's starting to join the battle. Side by side for Matthew as he tries to find some grip here. Oh boy, 24 laps to go here. It's final time here tonight. We will be final driver camera. Live driver cameras. Caleb Steimer continuing up here to lead laps at Chicagoland Speedway. Chase Lewis, James Suggs, front runners. 1, 2, 3. Daniel, what are you doing here after your race, man? I thought the old league owner as well as race control for Overdrive would be old night mode by now after what was it was immaculate, a really fun race out there from Vegas. Nope, back for some oval racing. In all seriousness, Daniel, I appreciate you so much, as well as 40, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm not going to count them, 40 live viewers here tonight on Stam Studio Network. Oh, we got contact with 2nd and 3rd, not with each other, but that outside safer barrier. These right sides, they're more aerodynamically dependent than aeroplanes. Here we go. Who has the run? It's going to be James Suggs out of turn number 2. You know who's continuing to stalk and creep out the dungeon is that 61 Tony Steele. Don't look now, but Stoney Benfield is also starting to join this battle as well. Top 5 drivers start to pull a little bit of a pack here. Speaking of that pack, it's a 1.8 second gap from 5th to 6th on back. It might not be for long as we'll continue to look side by side for 3rd and 4th. Some side by side is not only going to let Stoney start to approach this battle for that position, but as well as it will allow, Matthew Kleckler, he's off the pace. I was going to say it'll also allow this 2nd pack to start to make a jockey up there into the front position there. Real quick, checking on Ricardo. Ricardo, after that incident earlier on in the race, Ricardo up to P10. Let us know. Right now is the time to do it. Who is your race pick to win here tonight as Steimer continues to climb his way up through the pack? He continues to lead laps here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway, but don't count out Chase Lewis. Don't count out Tony Steele as well across the stripe. This time it'll be 18 laps to go. 0.15 seconds separating Chase Lewis as well as Tony Steimer. Here comes Chase Lewis with a run there in turn number 1 and 2. Does he have a run there down the back straightaway as he pancakes that outside wall? Here comes Tony Steele. He's trying to steal one away here tonight. Steele down the inside. He's going to try to make that bottom line work. He's going to have to put more wheel in it than you could ever imagine in one of these ARCA machines. He has to open back up the wheel down across the stripe. This time it's 18 laps to go. On board with Tony Steele. Now looking at the back bumper of Amir. He's playing the offense into the corners. Tony's playing the defense into the back straightaway as well as the start-finish straightaway here. 18 coming to 17 laps to go. These tires continuing to dwindle here tonight with their speed as well as the grip that they have available to them. Right now, if we do make a green flag run to the checkered flag, it's not who's the fastest right now with 17 laps to go. It's who's the fastest with 2 laps to go. These drivers continuing to try and hold off not only each other, but as well as the pace of their General Tire Racing tires. Caleb Steimer continues to lead Chase Lewis. Don't look now. James Suggs, he's trying to make the outside line work. With that, he has the speed. He has the momentum. The final driver interview spot is right now up for grabs. 16 laps here to go from Chicagoland Speedway. Steimer continuing to dive it down there into turn 1. Does Chase Lewis have something for him? Or can Tony Steele once again steal something away here tonight? Sing it with me, everybody. Tony Steele, knocking on that back bumper. Yeah, it's James Suggs. That's as close as you'll get to me ever singing again. There's no harm, no foul there. I apologize for that. James Suggs works his way up to P4. Don't look now, but Stoney Binfield is starting to join this battle as well as, oh no, he's up to the Tony Steele. He's starting to pancake that outside wall once again. Dale Jr. should be hitting Tony as well as SSN up with a sponsorship here tonight. Man, oh man, these drivers continuing to fight it out here for grip. The best lap time for our race leader was a 30.36. Last lap was a 31.04 as we continue to see cat and mouse back and forth. We're between Steimer and Lewis. Lewis with faster lap 74 as well as lap 75. As this battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th also starts to heat up as well for this second pack of ARCA Series running drivers. How about that RCC driver number 17, Frank Ranger Jr.? That's one of the sponsors and affiliates we have up there in the top right of the screen. Frank Ranger Jr., he's going to dive it down the inside this time of the 69. It's the 69 of Tyler Price, that Chevrolet SS machine. Tyler, he's got some nice speed running up there, down, up, towards turn number 3 and across the bend out of turn number 4. We're coming around the bend here tonight from Chicagoland. All right, that is the last time you'll hear it from me. Caleb Steimer continuing to run away with the race lead, but don't count him out of it here. Chase Lewis continuing to chase him up here for that battle for it. Chase, oh, he's going to scrape that outside wall there once again. Does the mystery machine have one to steal it here tonight? Chase Lewis continues to draw a bead on Caleb Steimer's rear bumper. Real quick, here is, TJ Zachary. Tony Steele's going to make his way down into the pits. So, wait, what? Tony Steele's going to make his way down into the pits? All right, well, we don't have enough fuel to make it here tonight. Driver who was driving his way, trying to steal one away here tonight. Oh, I don't know if I would have left tires checked if this is a fuel stop, because it will be a fuel stop. Here we go, between the two front runners. There's contact between the two front runners into the pits. You can't speed. You can't run past your pit box. Here we go. Do we see Caleb Steimer or Chase Lewis go on the invisible air jacks here tonight, or was that a mistake of the ages there for Tony Steele? We'll have to see. Does Caleb take the tires, or does he opt for just race fuel here tonight? Moment of truth. He's opting just for race fuel. That was a little shorter stop than what that Tony Steele had there. Looks like did Chase opt to, I believe possibly with that big of a gap, Chase Lewis could have opted for 4 new General Racing tires here tonight as the field will continue to cycle out, down, and through. I'll leave the track map up here tonight as Corey Wright and Tim Blackenbleckler, as well as Neil Lapidus, they're trying to gamble it out here tonight. I do believe if you run long right now, you're just begging for a caution here to come out within these last 9 laps of the race. Not only, well, I do have to say, not only are you begging for a caution, but we have to take a look at the last pit stops here. Corey Wright, Tim Blackenbleckler, as well as Gordon Glidewell, Frank Ranger Jr., Tyler Price, as well as Christopher Clore. All of these drivers that have now cycled out to the lead. Oh my goodness. With pitting on lap 61 out of a 90-lap race, that's only putting, what, is my mathing 29 laps on a fuel tank. Will we see Corey Wright or Tim Blackenbleckler still win away here tonight? 7 laps to go. I don't know what the fuel run is here tonight, so you will be just as in a surprise there as I am here. Who runs out? Does Tim Blackenbleckler find some pace on his older General Racing tires, or oh boy, does Corey Wright start to find a little bit of lap traffic here? That 42 right now of Kevin Winker is separating the front 2 runners, as well as there's Caleb Steimer. Caleb was in the lead. He's fallen back down a lap right now as he tries to unwind and unlap himself. Gordon Glidewell, Tyler Price here battling for 3rd and 4th. Right now, drivers 1st through 8th place. Do they have enough fuel in their fuel tanks to make it to the checker flag? Do they have enough fuel, or are they playing that strategy? Are they gambling for a caution here tonight? Driver number 42, remember, that is Kevin Winker, after coming away with the race win there once a week ago there from Daytona. Well, he's going to continue to try and fight out that the final lucky dog spot here tonight. Tim Blackenbleckler now 0.2 of a second back. He's continued to reel in our race leader, Corey Wright, as this, quite frankly, at least to me up here in the booth, I think it happened out of nowhere. Corey Wright, 4 laps to go. Does he have enough Sunoco race fuel? Here comes Tim Blackenbleckler. Chase Lewis is trying to get up right there with him, but he is unfortunately 1 lap down. Lots of lap traffic approaching here. Only 0.3 of a second separating our front 2 runners. 7.5 miles to go this time by. Corey Wright, he's got it righted right now in front of Tim. Does Tim have the pace? Does he have the speed left in his General Tire JGR Mountain Dew number 10 Toyota Camry? We haven't really seen Toyota Camrys make their way up to the pack here tonight up until this long run. Coming to 3 laps to go. These drivers continue to slip and slide, struggle for grip here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway. Six and a half seconds separating 2nd and 3rd. Does Corey Wright have what it takes here tonight? Did he dump that clutch there enough within that last caution? Did he save enough fuel? Does he have Sunoco race fuel plastered up there within the chassis? As here comes Tim Blackenbleckler. He's saved enough pace there with his General Racing tires. We are 2 laps to go here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway, Midwest Elite Racing League. Who has what it takes to take the checkered flag here tonight? Corey Wright, Tim Blackenbleckler, these drivers running on fumes coming to the white flag here this time by. Tim, he's dove it down the inside, side by side at the stripe. Who gets it this time? Give it to the 4, but it's all coming to the checkered flag. It's all important this time by Tim's gonna dive it down the inside. Corey Wright, he's gonna have the speed, he's gonna have the momentum, but Tim, he's gonna have the shorter way around the track, coming around turns 3 and 4 for the final time here tonight. Corey Wright, he's looking to right his ship to the race lead here tonight. Here comes Tim Blackenbleckler to the race lead. We're gonna be side by side at the stripe. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be, oh no, give it to, who is it? Who is it? It's a .000 at the line. 000 at the line. I don't know, I can't call it right now. Gordon Glidewell will take P3. Christopher Clore will take away P4. And everybody that is live right now, before we take a look at the race replay, I have had this happen before. Things have been dead nose even at the race line. I have had to reach out to iRacing. iRacing has said to me, sometimes things may not look as they seem. We'll have to take a look at the official race results. But right now, I'm hearing from race control that they're going to send Tim Blackenbleckler down into the start-finish line right now. Unofficially, it is official. Tim Blackenbleckler gonna burn it down. .000 at the line. We're going to have to get some more than 10ths and souths here tonight from the timing and scorings. Congratulations, Tim. This is a well-deserved win. What a last lap pass here. We'll take a look at it here. So that's the white flag. That is the white. You could barely give that to Corey Wright that time by. And here we go. Here's a look at this whole white flag lap. There you saw it. I thought Corey Wright right here was possibly going to right his ship, but I think he sent it a little too deep there out of turns 3 and 4. Look at Tim. Tim, I got to ask him there in the broadcast. Oh, coming to the line, Corey scrapes the outside wall. The sparks flying out that outside machine, and here we go across the line. Who's it going to be? Oh, we can give it barely. Yep, that's going to be just barely Tim Blackenbleckler there. Let's try to take a better look at it here, and apologies for what you're about to see, but I got to do some things here behind the scenes so we take a real good look at just who came to the line just at the right moment here. Okay, here's the best look at it that we're going to get here tonight. I'm shaking. I'm sweating up here in the booth. Look at it. A game of inches, a game of centimeters down here tonight. Tim, look at it. Oh, just barely up there in front. But once again, we're going to take this frame by frame here. Yep, well, there you go. That's the best look at it that you can get tonight. It is unofficially official, the number 10 to victory lane. Stick with us here on Stam Studio Network as I bring you the unofficial official race results as well as the top 3 driver interviews. There you see, .001 seconds at the line between Blackenbleckler and Wright. Gordon Glidewell will take away the final driver interview spots here tonight. Christopher Clore will take away P4. Tyler Price, Frank Ranger Jr., Rob, Nathan Chase, Lewis, Elijah Fisher rounding at the top 10. Nice comeback there for driver 24, Falcon Motorsports to the line. There comes all the way back up to P10. How about Caleb Steimer? He'll finish P11. James Suggs, Tony Steele, Stoney Benfield, Neil Lapidus, Matthew Kleckler, Ricardo Cano, Michael Wrights, TJ Zachary, and Bobby Blair rounding out the top 20. 21 through 29 belong to Bobby Blair, Craig Schmidt, Craig Schmidt, Kevin Winker, Kyle Ricketts, Justin Melichar, Jay Trockey, Sean Abel, Jensen Case, Robert McDonald, and Matt rounding out that 29th driver position. Goodness gracious. Thank you all that have joined in live tonight on Stam Studio Network. As we saw the live YouTube chat popping off, we saw about 50, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not going to, 50 live viewers here tonight on SSN. And I'm going to mosey my way down on into the live driver interview booth here.
I was trying to talk him through it, but that didn't happen too well.
Tim?
Well, I had fresh.
Oh, sorry.
Hey.
Hey, sorry, I'm sorry to cut your convo off here, but man, Tim, Gordon, as well as Corey, congratulations on your podium finishing here tonight. And Tim, man, I'm gonna start with you, man. Congratulations on the race win. Let me know right now, or how hard was the heart thumping and pumping there coming to the white as well as checkered?
Oh man, I was white knuckling it. I was zigging and zagging.
Well,
so this is
Tim,
my first win ever.
You're gonna zag when you should have zagged. You're gonna zig when you should have zigged. You're gonna bring it to your first win here tonight to the checkered flag. Congratulations, buddy. How'd you get it done, man?
Man, I pitted and got fresh tires on that last caution. Yeah. So, yeah, my car was fast there at the end, and I had a rough time catching the 4 car, but finally made it.
Well, not only the white flag, but I'm sure you were like ooching up in your seat there coming to the checkered flag there. How soon did you know you had it?
Well, I didn't know for sure.
I didn't either.
When we were coming to the checkered, I went low, and I was just hoping I was in front of him because I had no clue where he was at.
Well, side by side, 0.001 seconds separating you and Corey at the line. Who makes it all possible for you here tonight, man? Who are we shouting out here tonight?
Man, I got to thank my mom and dad. They stay up and watch this stuff. I thank my teammates. They've been real good. I'm new to iRacing. I started in December. Yep. And shout out to my son because he bought me the steering wheel and the pedals and all that stuff. And that's how I got started. So I love it. It's been great. So shout out to them, my teammates.
Well, Tim, I'm sure that they all appreciate that. That definitely goes a long way back there and behind the scenes. Appreciate that, Tim. Congratulations, man. Normally I tell everybody don't celebrate too hard, but after a win like that, man, celebrate hard as you want, man. Tim, congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to catch up here with Corey Wright, driver P2 by I hate to say it in front of me, 0.001 at the line. Corey, how about it, man? Got yourself a copy?
Sir, yes, sir.
All righty, you tried to make that outside line, the speed and the momentum work for you there on the last lap of the race, coming to 90. I don't blame you. I would have done the same exact thing. Ran quite a few laps here, and that's what you have to do. You got the progressive banking, you have the different seams. What was going through your mind, Corey, as not only you approached the white, but as well the checkered?
I could see him coming up in the rearview mirror, man, and he was getting closer. Every lap we were going around, that last probably 4 or 5, I can see him just inching closer, and I was just hoping and praying and I could hold him off long enough, but it didn't work. Coming out of 4 right there, coming on the checkered, she started to push up toward the wall, so I had to lift just a hair, and I thought maybe I could get down on him. I didn't want to push him. I wanted to do it clean. I wanted to hit that side draft, but I just wasn't close enough. So congrats to him. He got a good win.
Well, Corey, congratulations to you and yourself here for tonight on P2. Who we shouting out to makes this all possible for you?
Shout out my teammates, Gordon, who's going to be here soon, and Justin, Kevin. We all work pretty well together with strategy and everything else. My wife for allowing me to do this. She puts up with my iRacing addiction, and so I'm thankful for that. And our other racing league, Midnight Racing, shout out to those guys and helping us practice and get ready for any race that we do. So.
Well, Corey, thank you again, man, and I'm sure that goes a long way there behind the scenes. We'll catch up with you just a week's time. You'll have to forgive me. I forget which track we're going to next week, but best of luck to you there.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, I believe Gordon Glidewell here is down here in the interview booth. Gordon, got yourself a copy, man.
I do.
Gordon, congratulations on the final podium spots here, final interview spot. Man, oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you, driver 83. There was a couple times there on that race restart, you're starting to stalk and creep on that just right outside of the camera, and I continued to see you work your way up through the pack time and time again. How did you make P3 happen here tonight, Gordon?
Well, to be straight up honest, we were just we realized we had the fuel to make it to the end. Me, Corey, the rest of our team, they were a lap down, and we just stayed out and just kept it going. And we realized when they went in, they were several laps. I think the people that had a pit who were leading for the last most of the race here, was it them Caleb and everybody? They pitted about lap 45, and we had pitted after that, so we knew we were good, and we didn't realize when they pitted it, we were gonna move that far up. So when they did, we were just happy to be, at the time, I think he was first, I was fourth, and I was able to weasel my way up to third at that time, and then just stayed on it the entire race, just saving everything. There in the beginning, I thought I was gonna be done. I got wrecked several times, nothing that was, I believe, my fault. I just got targeted there at the start of the race. So I'm just glad I was able to finish in third place.
Oh, that's a lot of fun to watch, and as I tried to start making the math make sense out there, maybe it was a good thing there that I didn't know the fuel run here tonight, because I was guessing as much as the fans were. But you're right there, Gordon. It's just a 30 lap differential there for you. You last bet on lap 61, and then, they last bet on 45 before their lap on 91, and then, like you said, you put on 61. So that's about a 15 lap differential there. That's why strategy is so important within racing, ladies and gentlemen. Gordon, congratulations on that third place here tonight. Nice call on the strategy. Who are we shouting out to here tonight? Who makes it all possible for you?
Definitely my teammates, Corey, Kevin Winker, and Justin Melokar, and then also all my buddies at the other racing league I'm in, Midnight Racing, and then my friends and family that do watch and support me in this stream and deal with me on talking about racing all day long. They don't like to hear it.
Hey, I like to hear it, man. Gordon, if you ever a little voice chat, man, I'm always down, out, and around. Gordon, congratulations on your podium finish here tonight.
I appreciate it, sir.
All righty, everybody, have a great rest of your nights here. I appreciate every single one of you joining in live, or if you're catching the race broadcast replay here tonight on STAM Studio Network. I seriously appreciate each and every single one of you. Subscriber number 1 to subscriber number 800. What are we working 800? I gotta pull it up here 1 second. Goodness gracious, 865. Holy. All right, we're getting the merch ready. Once we reach 1,000 subs here, it's gonna be giveaways at the left rear quarter panel. So make sure you stick around and enjoy for that. I appreciate every single one of you here tonight joining in live on SSN. My name is Sean Sam. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll go ahead and catch you next time.